Okay, we're back. I'm gonna stay more in the shade now this time, just so my phone doesn't heat up super quick like that again. I got plenty of battery, but obviously we want to stay live as long as possible. Nice, we got somebody with a chair here, hell yeah. Still waiting for Mr. Eric King. Still no email, I believe. So, we're just gonna keep waiting. Share this everywhere. Share this with Eric. Share this with the mayor, any city councilors you may know. Share this with everybody you know in Oregon. Let's get this sent around. Email as many of the city councilors as possible. Just email anybody you feel like emailing. Just let's get some attention down here. Let's get somebody to come have a conversation. Thank you for sending emails and calling. I appreciate that. And we got somebody that just rolled by in a little cowboy hat. It's going the wrong way down the street on a bike. Like I said before, Eric, come down here. We're not going to bite. We just want to know why you made the choice we did. I understand people think we're bullies, but tell me, if a lot of the Christian folks say you gotta love your neighbor, well, what if I'm your neighbor? If I'm your neighbor and you hired somebody that was clearly going to mess with me based off of their previous actions, what would you do? Would you call them out and choose somebody different, or would you say, nah, it's fine, who cares? I don't want any of you to have to deal with Mike Krantz. I don't know what Mike Krantz is going to do. He said I attacked him just by talking to him. So what's he going to do if I'm just standing in front of him not wanting to move because I'm on a sidewalk protesting? Is he going to implement the rule where he arrests us and then makes us sign a piece of paper so that if we get caught protesting again, we get harsher penalties? Apparently that's a rule that's happening. We don't need that. Portland's a beautiful city, and the protests there that are happening have been kept to a very finite area. Yeah, there is some damage around the area, but people are pissed off. There was damage when this country was founded. They dumped a whole bunch of tea in the ocean. They destroyed a bunch of shit. And then America showed up. Looks like we got some more shade. That's pretty nice. The clouds are coming in clutch. I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. If you're not going to come down today, Eric King, then we'll give one more chance. I'm willing to give one more chance to have a conversation. We are going to be down here for, let me see what time it is. I'm going to move my car in about an hour so I can avoid getting a parking ticket, because my car likes to get parking tickets down here. And then probably up until 5:30, Maybe 5:15 we'll cut out just because I have stuff that I need to go and do tonight, previous engagements. But, like I said, I live 5 minutes from here. I can come down to this building anytime I want right now. I will gladly come down to this building anytime that I want right now.
It's so great. When I saw this, when I saw the information that they dug up, and with my they're
Exactly. Although protests right now are Wednesdays. Whether it's protesting somebody face to face, whether it's protesting outside of a building, or whether it's just protesting their stupid decision making. Every day right now is a protest.
Kind of revisionize some of my thoughts on certain things about
As far as if we need anything, I'm pretty sure nobody would turn down a cold beverage now because, like I said, it is pretty hot out here. But everybody's holding strong. We're pretty good for almost an hour in. Oh, come on, Eric. Come on, Mayor. Come have a conversation. We just want to know what's going on. We are the people that y'all work for. If y'all ain't going to work with us, then we got elections to take you out of here. I know our following isn't massive, but we can sure as hell make a lot of noise to get you out of office. Yeah, well, I don't think people really care about infringing on rights anymore, especially seeing what's going on in Portland. So apparently our government thinks they can just do that. Who cares about people's rights? My phone is starting to heat up a bit again, so if it does cut out randomly, I do apologize, but I'm trying to keep that from happening as best that I can. It's probably one of the hottest days in a while. Probably wasn't the smartest day to pick to have this happen, but it needs to happen. Who cares how hot it is when we got somebody that's going to come tear gas all of us for protesting? And he may not, but I'd rather not take that chance. I already take enough chances just going to places like Prineville. I take enough chances going to places like Redmond, driving through Lapine. I take way more chances just driving places in rural Oregon because of how much hate people have. I'm tired of taking chances like that. I'd rather be able to enjoy this state like everybody else. So if you're going to bring in somebody that's supposed to be in charge of all of us, like Krantz, we have zero reason to believe in your ability to help the people. So, come talk to us. And like I said, if anybody has questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If you got time and you want to ask a question, come down here. I do agree we should, at least if you can, if you have the ability to get to Portland, it is. I do feel like it is important to get to Portland. Make sure that you are prepared. Make sure that you have all the gear necessary to be as safe as possible and to make sure you're not a liability. But if you can go, please go. Just be careful. They say the feds are going to withdraw. The feds said no, so who knows what's going to happen in the next week or two over there. I may get in my car here in a second to try and cool off my phone again. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that now.
I have the ability to be active in these protests. If this was happening 10 years ago, I would see.
Let's see. Yeah, for all the people that, hate me, my biggest fans that want to talk shit all the time, this is what I drive. It's a blue Subaru Forester. Come find me if you want. You can fuck with it if you want. It's the ugliest car, I think, in Oregon. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to sit here, cool down my phone. Since we're still waiting on Eric to show up, and I've clearly spoken on that quite a bit, we did get a bunch of information on Greg Walker, like we posted about shortly before going live. 268 pages of emails or something like that, just nonsense from the Deschutes County Sheriff's Office. Just so many emails. And I do want to bring at least one of them up because it was me they were talking about. So if you're going to talk about me, I'm allowed to talk about it now. One of the first emails that was in there was them, Greg Walker, and whoever you're sending the email to, but somebody in the sheriff's office, they were talking about me. Like, what the hell did I do? Saying I'm a bully? Yeah, if you're going to say a bunch of racist shit, I am a bully. Fuck you and fuck your racism. If you're going to talk shit about homeless people, fuck you. If you're going to talk shit about people south of the border, man, fuck you. There's no space for you in America anymore. This place is supposed to be free. It's not free to hate. Apparently, I guess technically it still is, but hopefully it won't be for long. This country is founded on immigrants. Keep letting immigrants in. Albert Einstein was an immigrant. He was one of the smartest people ever. I don't even consider Greg Walker a bully. He ain't man enough to be a bully. He's had me blocked since like the first or second day he started showing his ugly head around here. He ain't a bully. He's a coward. Straight coward. I hope somebody tells him that. I hope somebody he knows is watching so you can tell him that I said he's a coward. But the main point, though, is just Greg Walker is just a nutcase. He's a disgusting human being. If you got room for hate like that, and your excuse is because you're a war-hardened Army vet, there's Army vets standing out here. I don't know how many, but there's at least one. He's not a dick. It's not hard to not be a dick. It is not hard to let people live their lives. Yes, thank you. Somebody screenshot that. Greg Walker, you are a coward. I hope you enjoy just what we're doing. I hope you enjoy the work that we do, Greg Walker. I hope you actually learn some shit. Because clearly, my team, my group, the people that I surround myself with, are 10 times better at investigating shit, at writing shit, at talking. We're probably better at de-escalating. Like, we'll give you some tips. I'll gladly talk with you about how we do it. It ain't hard. Come learn how to de-escalate from people that actually know how to de-escalate. Rather than point a gun in somebody's face in a helicopter. Like, what are you doing? That's not de-escalating. And speaking about escalating and de-escalating, Eric King is escalating my damn nerves. Just come talk to us, dude. We haven't said anything bad about you. We've even expressed interest in meeting with you. Because why not? Let's have the conversation. Let's have the tough conversation. You're somebody that works for the city. I live in the city. Let's talk about it. I actually have applied with the police force. Their choice on if they want to hire me or not. So, that's fine. But I damn sure know that I can keep myself from pointing a gun at somebody for literally just throwing something at me. I know that I cannot tear gas somebody for throwing a water bottle at me. I've taken plenty of death threats and not pointed a gun at somebody. So that's fine. They can hire me if they want. Somebody tell District Attorney Hummel I'll even work for him. I'll do some of his dirty work for him right now. I'm looking for a job. I drive for Postmates, and that's good money, but I'll take a 40-hour-a-week job holding people accountable if that's what needs to happen. If your main goal in life is to be a dick to other people, get the fuck out. It's simple. Main point is, though, we need somebody to talk to us from the city about Mr. Krantz. He's going to be an issue. He's a direct threat to me. I feel threatened just by his hiring. If it doesn't make sense why I feel threatened, then look at what's happening in Portland. I'm not saying he's directly responsible for it, but he's definitely somebody that has said he's not opposed to using tear gas if he gets hit with the water bottle. If somebody hit me with a water bottle and I'm wearing like a bulletproof vest and a helmet, I'd laugh at them, dude. Why not just laugh at them? Thank you for sending that email. We appreciate that. And we will definitely take care of ourselves as best we can. Okay, I think my phone's cooled down enough so I can go back out there now. I hope I do also, but quite frankly, they're scared of me. They can be scared of me. That's fine. I'm an educated person of color. I am a scary individual to these people. I may not have finished college, but I've done my research. I know what my rights are. I know what I'm allowed to do. I'm allowed to do this, for one. That's like the first thing I learned that I'm allowed to do. I'm allowed to stand right the hell here. I'm allowed to say I disagree with something, and I have the right to do that. And it looks like we got somebody else taking a picture over here, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and wave at them. Oh yeah, he's walking away as soon as I wave. Classic. They don't ever want to come talk. They just want to look. I'm going to go back in the shade here to keep my phone cool. But yes, to Jason, that brought up if I should apply for the police force. I have. I've applied for different security positions in town. There's no doubt that my name goes around, so maybe people are just scared of what I do and think that I'll just bring problems to their place of business. If you think I'm a problem, then that's fine. But I'm a concerned citizen. I want to know why things are happening in my city for really pretty much the first time in my life. I'm tired of just watching. There ain't nothing to watch anymore. Man, I really hope they make a movie of this one day, because some of the shit that I've seen in these past 2.5 months is unreal. I know there are people that are watching right now that are right there with me. Some of the things that we've seen recently are just unfucking imaginable. We've had guns pointed at us. We've had people roll coal on us. Somebody marching got hit by a car because somebody got pissed off that we were marching in a sidewalk and they had to wait. A 4-year-old kid almost got hit by a dump truck. A member of clergy almost got hit by a dump truck. We've had police officers just say some wild shit about people that they work for. Like, just 2 months. In 2 months, I've had more guns pointed at me than I have my whole entire life. And I didn't tear gas anybody. I would love to tear gas the people that are pointing guns at me, but that's not going to help anything.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a leak in everything too. These old cars. Just keep putting stuff in them. That's it. Don't let it run. It doesn't matter if
Just makes you wonder. Like, why not just come have the conversation? If you feel so good about your pick, then come talk to us about why you made the pick. Maybe you'll change my mind. Maybe I'll become a Krantz supporter. But the fact that you won't even come talk with me about it, like, why? What are you hiding from? I asked Ricardo the same questions from Kovla because he brought Greg Walker in his inner circle. Like, why? Why bring people like that close to you? What are you hiding from? Why won't you answer this? Just talk. If a KKK member showed up right now, I would sit right here and talk with them. Why not? I'll sit on the ground right here and I will speak to the KKK. If they want to talk to me and actually have a real conversation, I will talk to them. If you want to have a real conversation with me without getting defensive, without starting to throw insults, if you want to be an adult and have a conversation, I will talk to you. The worst a conversation could do is make somebody like you less. If you were worried about what people think of you, then maybe you shouldn't be in the public eye. Like I said, I'm considered a bully, a domestic terrorist. I got called a baby earlier for some reason. Been called homophobic slurs, racial slurs. I've been called a lot of shit in the past couple of months. And I'm still just willing to talk with those people. If they want to have a conversation without just yelling that shit in my face, I will talk to them. Like, let's talk. It looks like somebody posted some information on the Patriot Prayer rally, so thank you for that. Okay, Mayor. Where you at? Where you at, Mr. King? Come on. Come talk to us. I know we're the boogeyman to some people right now, but I swear we're a lot nicer if you just have conversations. We're not even mean. If you think having your choices called out is mean, then maybe you should get another job. Just like the whole Blue Lives thing. Blue Lives don't exist. You chose that job. You're not born in a police officer's uniform. None of us are born into a job. You chose that. Somebody yelled that we're Marxist. That's one of my all-time favorites. I love being called a Marxist. That was that person in that silver Subaru right there. That's fine. I'll be a Marxist. Whatever. By the way, George Soros paid me to do this live video. For any of my conspiracy theorists that are watching. So thank you for the money, Soros. I appreciate it. If you too would like a check from George Soros, call 1-800-ANTIFA. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting paid so much to do this live video, I have to have another job. That's how much I'm getting paid right now. Like, I'll be real. I don't want to do this. This kind of sucks. I hate talking to people. I hate people. But I will talk to everybody I need to until shit gets figured out. Oh shit, somebody dropped us off some beverages. Hell yeah.
No, you're right.
Now, let me grab one of these. Thank you.
When people talk about like Republicans,
Yeah, for any Karens that are watching, I am the manager of Antifa. No, I do not care about what your shitty opinion of Antifa is. It's a watermelon Arizona iced tea. It's got the fancy skull on it. If anybody's looking for Antifa buses, that is what they look like. That is an Antifa bus, not the wall. The big thing on the wheels.
Wow, that's good, man. Thank you.
Know what it should be for a logo? People in Prineville can get away with public drinking whatever the fuck they want. I might as well too, right? I don't even know where you can buy a Four Loko anymore. Yeah, in case anybody's wondering what Antifa means, there it is right there. Means anti-fascist. My favorite way of explaining it is, do you know who Hitler is? If you know who Hitler is, would you want him running the country? If the answer is no, congratulations, you are officially a part of Antifa, and we will print you off a card that says, I am Antifa. We just had somebody else roll by that said, fuck Krantz. We appreciate that because, well, sometimes that's what I want to say. But I'd still sit down and have a conversation with him. But oh yeah, he denied having a conversation with us also. So, I don't know. It appears that the people that we have the most problem with don't want to talk to us. Sure, like I said, we could be a little bit aggressive, but really? Yeah, I'll make you one. Since I'm the manager of Antifa, that's one of my duties, I guess. Krantz starts officially on August 10th. You are so welcome. If anybody else would like an Antifa card, please call 1-800-ANTIFA. You can also send an email to fuckdonaldtrump@gmail.com. They all go to the same place. I highly doubt it. I hope he does talk to us when he gets into town, because I'd love to have a conversation with him. He kind of creeps me out, but I would love to have a talk with him. My phone's getting a little hot again, so I may jump in my car to cool it off again here in a minute. Yeah, all these people are saying that they are just all about community, communicating with the community, everything. And yet here we are, trying to get homie to talk to us outside of his house. And nobody's come to talk. Do we have to show up to people's houses? I'd rather not. Looks like the person who writes tickets is back here. I'm gonna ask them real quick if I can just move down one spot to avoid a ticket. Hey man, just real quick, how far do I have to move to avoid getting a ticket?
I'm only gonna be here this is my last lap, so.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Some people have called, probably left voicemails. Email seems to be the best route now because the numbers stopped working at some point.
I couldn't get through on any of the numbers.
That's good.
That's when I was like, alright, screw it, I'm going down there.
Hey, Eric King, if you're the one messing with the numbers, that's not nice. I don't appreciate that. Just kidding. There's no way he has that power. But if you do have that power, stop it. Yeah, I mean, I understand change is scary, but, change for everybody at this point is going to be a good thing. So, why are y'all holding on to white supremacy for so long? What's it going to do for you? The All Lives Matter folks have already proved they don't care about most people. Only people I'm seeing chanting Garrett Foster's name, the name of the guy that got shot in Austin, Texas, are the Black Lives Matter people, not the All Lives Matter people. Okay, well, since I'm avoiding a ticket, I feel real cozy down here. I might spend the night. I'm just kidding, but I'm gonna get in my car again to cool off my phone.
Put out a video.
Like I said, if people have questions, I'll answer questions. I hate people. I hate talking. I hate public speaking. I hate the media. But I will talk to anybody right now. Let's talk about it. I want conversations to happen. If you also want conversations to happen, let's talk about it. If you have questions about something that's going on here locally and I know what's going on and I can give you an answer, I'll give you an answer. Still fairly hot outside. My car says it's a nice 93 degrees. It has been sitting in the sun for a while, so that may be a little bit inaccurate, but it is pretty steamy out here. Still no word from Eric King. If somebody would mind checking the email again just to make sure that he hasn't sent anything. I'm about to just send him my phone number. Just see if he'll actually call me or something so we can talk. Yeah, it is a bit odd that the phone numbers aren't working, but hey, if y'all have been broadband, y'all probably know how shoddy that can be sometimes, so maybe they got Ben broadband phone lines. Still no email. That's really unfortunate. I was hoping to have a good conversation today. Matter of fact, I've really not scheduled anything this week, just so if something happened, I would be available to talk, because I want to talk about it. And this is what I get. This is what we get. They say they're so open to talking to us, but they will only communicate through email. And now they're not even communicating through email to us anymore. I understand being frustrated. I'm frustrated right now, but I'll still talk. Yeah, send Eric my phone number. If he wants to have a phone conversation, I'll gladly have a phone conversation with him. We can talk about anything. We can talk about sports if he likes sports. We can talk about his really shitty decision of hiring Chief Krantz. I don't know. We can talk about anything. Absolutely anything. Wonder if more people are yelling at us. No, it doesn't look like it. Everybody's got their windows up. We've only had a couple people really vocalize their disagreement with us. Which, I mean, the All Lives Matter folks say they don't like cops that much either, or at least the threepers. If you don't know what a threeper is, it's a 3%. They're like some type of militia. They don't like cops. Pretty sure most of the white hate groups don't like cops. Or, the other side of that, most of the white hate groups could be the cops. You've seen reports of that. I don't even hate cops. If a cop's doing their job, then they're doing their job. If they're doing it to not be a dick to somebody else, then cool. If they're genuinely needed, and they do a good job at being genuinely needed for the situation, good for them. They're doing great stuff. If they are seriously going to just bother people, like I've seen videos of them just really bothering homeless people, like, what's the point of that? Thank you. He's probably not going to call. But I hope he does. Like I said, I'll talk to him about absolutely anything. We are still outside City Hall. We have more people here than when we got here. So thank you for that. For everybody that's been watching, thank you for watching. Like I said, if anybody has any questions about anything we've been working on, I'm glad to answer them. Even if you're just here to watch and troll the comment section, go ahead and say something. If you think you have something to say that matters, go ahead and say it and talk to us. The clock in my car is off, as you can tell, by pretty much almost exactly an hour. Still, we've seen that there's been no email from Mr. King. We have seen that, well, we just gave him my phone number, so maybe he'll call. But I kind of doubt that now. I understand City Hall is closed. I understand he's not in the office because he could probably do a lot of his job from home. But we need some accountability. The people of this city deserve accountability. Our taxes pay for a lot of the stuff. If my taxes are going towards paying Chief Krantz, then I'm gonna, just no. I can't let that happen. I already don't feel like I can walk around the neighborhood I live in because of how affluent of an area it is in Bend. I'd probably get the cops called on me. What's going to happen if Chief Krantz is the one that shows up to the call? I'm just walking. He already said me asking questions is an attack, so what's me walking going to look like to him? And for anybody that's like, well, I'm a white guy and that happens to me too. Yeah, that's fucked up. That shouldn't be happening. You're literally proving my point. That the police, at least some of them, take their job a little bit too seriously and then mess with us. Like, what the hell is that going to do? Why do you want to mess with us so bad? Some of the things that I've seen from people, like on my Facebook, is that the cops are the ones that got bullied in school. So now they just want the authority. It just makes no sense to me. Why not talk? Just come talk. I won't hurt nobody. I won't talk shit to nobody. I won't insult nobody. I just want to know. Why did you choose Mike Krantz? Why not Beekman? Beekman's local. Beekman's already engaged with the local activists. We got a picture of him with the local female activists. It was a very powerful picture. I enjoyed that picture a lot. It makes me believe that there is hope for something. But most of that hope's gone now, because the guy who a lot of us wanted to be picked didn't get picked. At least the people that I know. Yeah, unfortunately the process, from what we were explained, was about 6 months worth of looking, maybe even longer. But I didn't know about it until probably 6 weeks ago, maybe 8 weeks ago now. And then by the time I knew, there was I had like 24 hours to submit a public comment. And since city hall meetings you can't just walk into anymore, it makes it that much harder to get your words in there. So if you're busy that day, if something's happening in your life and you can't send those words in immediately when they need them, then you're just shit out of luck. Yeah, that's a great question. There are plenty of people that have met with us. I've personally been in a conversation with the city lawyer of Prineville, the city manager of Prineville, the police chief of Prineville, Dale Cummins, and from what they've said to me, they all enjoyed the conversation. They all thought I was very intelligent, and they thought that I was taking things in the right direction. And they were interested in helping out or finding some ways they could work. Clearly, Dale Cummins is not going to do any of that. We need to get him out of Prineville instantly before he gets somebody killed. So now we're at a position where something similar could happen in Bend. The second I disagree with Krantz, is he going to make a video about me with somebody that I know saying that all I did was lie? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if that shit even tries to happen, I'm going to be yelling. I'll be standing right outside of City Hall, the courthouse. I'll stand outside of everything until somebody gets that they were lying and not me. It's not hard. It's not hard to have a conversation. Sure, it takes some time, but would you rather spend the time having the conversation, or would you rather spend the time just arguing with everybody? Like, it's weakness to not just be able to sit and just look somebody in the eye and have a conversation with them. I've sat and talked with people from the Oregon 3%ers. Not because I agree with them, not because I think they're great human beings. Some of the things that they say, I do kind of agree with. Some of the things that they say, I think are the craziest, stupidest things that I think I've ever heard in my life. But at the end of the day, we still talk. We talked. We had the conversation. Because that conversation is worth having. If you consider any type of conversation not worth having, even if it's just you don't want to learn, there's always things to learn. Nobody knows everything. Donald Trump thinks he knows everything, but he is the biggest moron on the face of this earth right now. If you are voting for Donald Trump in November, get the hell off my live feed. And if you want to say that I'm being closed-minded about it, you're absolutely right. Donald Trump is a racist. Donald Trump is a criminal. Donald Trump is a problem. Donald Trump probably has dementia, or what's going to be dementia in a couple years. And he needs to just be flat out locked in prison or locked in a home. He does not need to be running the country. Looks like somebody's standing here talking, so I'm going to go out and check a look at that. I think my phone's cool enough now. What do they want?
What's up?
What did they say?
He's just talking about how he's a Navy vet and he's had cops stand on his neck and stuff.
Oh.
But he sounds a little out there.
We're saying fuck this guy. Do not hire this guy. Bend, Oregon, do not fucking hire this guy. No, but we need to hold the city council accountable right now by telling them, hey, this is not
See,
a choice.
right now, somebody's having a conversation. Do you see how easy this is? This guy's just walking his dog, and he's here having a conversation about what's going on, about why we're here. It's so easy.
I know some of those guys. I'll kick them nuts for you.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's going to kick people in the nuts for us, so that's awesome. I appreciate kicking people in the nuts.
Hey, thank you. Yeah. You too?
I think I know who that guy is, but it's all right. He's speaking good stuff. I believe I remember seeing him at another rally in town. So he's got good energy.